Dave Rodney. David Anthony Rodney, born June 27, 1964, is a Canadian politician and was a member of the Legislative Assembly of Alberta representing the constituency of Calgary-Lougheed, first as a progressive conservative and then the United Conservative Party when it was formed in July 2017 by the merger of the PC Party merged with the. He was first elected in the 2004 provincial election and re-elected 3 times. He resigned on November 1, 2017 in order to open a seat for new United Conservative Party leader Jason Kenney. He was the first Canadian to ascend to the summit of Mount Everest twice. Early life. Rodney was born June 27, 1964 in Mankato, Saskatchewan. He graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree with distinction in 1987 and Bachelor of Education after degree in 1988 from the University of Saskatchewan. He obtained his Master of Religious Education with distinction from Newman Theological College in Edmonton in 2002. Prior to being elected into the Legislative Assembly of Alberta, Rodney worked in a variety of capacities. He was an educator and administrator for 13 years in Canada, Nepal and the West Indies, and worked for 3 terms as an Employment and Immigration Canada Placement Officer. In 1997, he founded Spirit Quest Enterprises, Inc. He became an international keynote speaker, workshop facilitator, and worldwide adventure guide and worked with National Geographic, BBC, and Oprah Winfrey, among others, to produce more than 20 books and documentaries. He co-founded the Top of the World Society for Children with his wife Jennifer. Political life. Rodney first sought public office in the 2004 provincial election in the constituency of Calgary-Lougheed. In that election, he received 60% of the vote. During his first term in office, in addition to his responsibilities as an MLA, Rodney held the title of chair for each of Calgary Caucus, the Standing Committee on Legislative Offices, and the Alberta Alcohol and Drug Abuse Commission (ADAC). He was also the government liaison for the Strategic Tourism Marketing Council and served as a member on numerous committees. While Dave Rodney was chairman of the Alberta Alcohol and Drug Abuse Commission (ADAC), specifically between January 2004 and September 2006, Executive Director Lloyd Carr, in charge of the Commission's Tobacco Reduction Unit, defrauded his agency of $624,500 through phony teen smoking reduction program grants of funds. The Auditor General was severely critical of ADAC management's hiring and contracting practices, the absence of control mechanisms, as well as the board's failure to provide oversight and general lack of substantive involvement in governance. 2. Carr was convicted of fraud and sentenced to 42 months imprisonment in 2010. Rodney sponsored a number of bills during the 26th legislature. He sponsored one private member's bill, Smoke-Free Places Act, 2005, and one private bill, Burns Memorial Trust Amendment Act, 2006, in addition to 4 government bills, Hotel Room Tax Tourism Levy Amendment Act, 2005, held. On March 3, 2008, Rodney was re-elected to a second term as MLA for Calgary-Lougheed with 53% of the vote. In the 27th legislature, he sponsored a private member's bill, the Alberta Income Tax Physical Activity Credit Amendment Act, 2008. He is the chair of the All-Party Policy Field Committee on Community Services, government liaison to the Strategic Tourism Marketing Commission, and member of each of the Agenda and Priorities Committee, Special Standing Committee on Members' Services, and Cabinet Policy Committee on Community Services. After the election of Jason Kenney, as leader of the United Conservative Party, Rodney announced that he was resigning as MLA for Calgary-Lougheed, effective November 1, 2017, in order to allow Kenney an opportunity to enter the legislature by contesting the seat in a by-election. Rodney did not seek a new seat in the 2019 provincial election. Personal life. Rodney is married to Jennifer. The couple have 2 children and a puppy named MacGyver. Rodney has long been an active volunteer. Prior to entering politics, he worked for more than 60 charities, both locally and globally. He has received many accolades for his philanthropic work and personal accomplishments, including the Queen's Golden Jubilee Medal for Community Service, a spot on Alberta Venture magazine's list of Alberta's 50 most influential people, and the dedication of a park Rodney Ridge in his hometown, Yorkton, Saskatchewan, where he holds a spot on the Sports Hall of Fame. Tragedy marred Rodney's 1999 ascent of Everest. Michael Matthews, a member of Rodney's expedition and the youngest Briton to climb Everest, died during his descent. Dave Rodney alleged that oxygen sets were inadequate, that organization of the expedition by OTT was incompetent generally, and that guide and OTT member Nick Kekis tried to strike him with an oxygen bottle. OTT confessed that Nick Kekis had lost patience with Dave Rodney, according to Everest Uncensored by Nick Fielding 4, also articles in The Guardian 5. Election results: 2004 general election, 2008 general election, 2012 general election, 2015 general election.